All right, good morning, everybody. It's me, Zero, and I'm just gonna do a quick market outlook. If you guys like my analysis on the chart, what I'm looking at, what kind of trades I'm looking to take today. I am doing this pre-market, so it's right now it's 4:50 a.m. PST. Market opens 6:30 a.m. my time, so we got like a little bit over an hour before market opens. But I am currently in a position. I took a short somewhere in this range, started building a position right here, and then I added to it as we started the right side of the V, right? I added to it. And I built the position up to like about 5 contracts, and I'm feeling pretty good about this short. I am leaning kind of bearish on the day. That's my outlook, and I'll kind of explain why. If we zoom out a little bit and go over to a higher time frame, the 4 hour, you can see that we've been kind of stuck in this consolidation zone. This is like the high of the zone. You can see that we had 1, 2, 3, 4 major rejections off of this zone, and then you can say down here is like the support zone, the demand zone, whatever you want to call it. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 times where we've gotten a nice reaction off this zone. So definitely a key consolidation zone, but it is like a bigger range, like top to bottom. We're talking about like 200 points, right? So it's a pretty wide range. But once we do manage to either break to the downside or break to the upside, we should see a pretty decent reaction. Right now, I am leaning that we can potentially break to the downside, so that's a trade I'm looking for. And if that does potentially happen, I think we can easily target at least to this zone, and then depending on the reaction there, we can target down all the way back to this pivot low right here, and then potentially much lower there, right? Because this move happened pretty quickly, so that I feel like means we can also retrace it pretty quickly, because not much support was created on the way up. And price tends to fall a lot faster than it does go up usually anyways. So I do think, or I am kind of leaning to the downside here. And then if we go take a closer look and look at session so far. So this was the overnight session. We got a pretty nice move to the downside here. Started kind of in the middle of 2 zones, and then we faded, came into this zone, faded right through it, came back, retested it, and then broke through this zone here as well with a pretty big reaction. I actually wasn't really expecting us to come back over this candle, but we kind of did right now. So that was a little surprising to me, but we did kind of form a double bottom here, which is why I marked it as a zone. So once we do clear this support, I do feel like this support won't be too much trouble, and we should head straight down, or not straight down, but right, we should be able to make it down to this zone if we do happen to break these lows today. So that's a potential target you can be looking at if you take a short today. I'm going to be trying to write at least one of these 5 contracts down to the zone, potentially today or tomorrow. I will be willing to swing it if that's what it's going to take. But if we do take out these lows, I would expect this to come down and test these levels again. But we do have to be aware of the potential upside. So right now, the risks to the upside is I don't really want us to break again this pivot here. We should be able to hold that if we are going to continue lower today. But we do have market open. But the last line of defense for the bears, I would say, is this pivot right here. Or this zone, whichever one you want to play off of. This zone right here, we shouldn't really break above that if we are going to continue lower today. So that's my line of defense for the bears. If we break above that, we can potentially make a move to this zone up here, so that could be a potential target, and kind of come back and test these highs, potentially try to break above them and continue even higher. That would be kind of breaking above this major consolidation zone, and that would invalidate our bear thesis. But for right now, I am in a short position because I am expecting us to hold below this pivot and target this zone right now. And then if we do break that, like I said, I do expect price to come down to this zone and then potentially much lower, since we didn't build too much support on the way up here. So I do think this can get retraced if we start breaking down these support levels. And once we break this support level, we don't have too much support, so I do think price will speed up to the downside. within this zone here. But for now, this zone is still holding to the for the upside, so that's something to watch for currently. If we go take a look back at Tradeovate, I'm basically back to break even on this position, which I'm okay with because I'm looking for that bigger move on this play. But I will put my stop loss actually above this pivot because I do not want us to break that. If we break that, that doesn't mean I'm giving up on the short completely, unless we come all the way up and break this pivot. That would be my last line of defense, and I would be like, either I'm gonna sit on my hands or I'm gonna look for long positions, because bear should be able to hold this below this pivot, at least for what I'm looking at. My idea, if it plays out in an ideal manner, we shouldn't break above here. But yeah, that's my outlook on the market right now. Hopefully this was kind of a quick video. Just kind of wanted to give you guys my overall thoughts, some quick targets for you guys if you guys are going to be trading today intraday, and you guys got an insight into my current position as well, where I have my stop loss and my reasoning for all that. Oh, I think I did have a trailing stop. Let me actually change that, because I don't want this to chill right now. So if I do end up getting stopped out, that's fine. The next trade I will be looking at is to see if we come test this. If we reject right below it and start pivoting, I'll make a re-entry on the short. Or the other scenario I would potentially go re-short is if we break, but get a weak, we're not able to sustain price up there, and then start rejecting again, and then we get a little bit of heavier reaction there, then I'll maybe re-short, put my stop above that pivot, and look for us to break down and come all the way back down to test these lows. But yeah, that's about all I had for you guys today. Like I said, have a good trading day today, and let's end the week strong, right? All right, see you guys next video.